Yo, what's up, everybody? The Triangle. We're going to talk about the Western Conference. I'm here with Rivera, TJ Hopkins. We're also going to talk a little bit of the NFL and what is a catch. We're going to make some predictions for Week 7, and we're going to start by talking about the Cubs.
Oh man, I jinxed them last week.
Yeah, you said they were going to sweep the Mets, and the opposite happened. I still think they have a bright future. They have a lot of really young talent, and they're all under contract for a while.
At least 5 years. My thing is going like when we first talked about it, I kind of said like the team that really scared me was the Mets because of their pitching rotation. Had we faced the Dodgers, you only had to worry about 2 pitchers, which is Greinke and Kershaw. With the Mets, it's Steven Matz, who's a rookie, by the way, who pitched game for it, and the fact that that's a rookie, he's scary. You got Syndergaard, you got DeGrom, you got the Black Knight, who's just a beast. And it's just like, but they're gonna,
Dark Knight.
They're same thing.
their pitching rotation is, that's what the farm system based on, pitchers, but. And nobody would have seen the offensive production that they came with. That's a fluke. That's a fluke. There's a reason why they're not going to re-sign him.
It's not their offensive production. It was just Daniel Murphy. Daniel Murphy is playing for a contract next season.
There's a reason why they're not going to re-sign him because he hasn't hit more than 14 home runs in a season. He's really not that great of a hitter during the regular season.
Not like he used to be.
It was a fluke.
And
he's a below average fielder.
But you got to think about it, like he's been hurt a lot over the last couple seasons. Like he's missed a lot of playing time. So and when he found it, like, cause it's no secret, like you said, that the Mets.
What's he's doing right now?
There's no secret. There's no secret
he's not coming back to New York.
Yeah, and I think the whole playoff thing, what he was doing, I think it's a fluke. Yoenis Cespedes, they're not going to re-sign him. He's going to want too much money.
That's crazy.
Dude, he's
that's crazy
time.
Because like
he's going to want too much money.
For him to be the talent that he is, for him to have bounced around as much as he has, in my opinion, he should still be in Oakland now.
Isn't this his third team?
This is his third team.
Oakland, Detroit, and
now the
New
Mets.
York.
But right now, the Mets are my favorite to win it all. Like I see
the Royals beating.
I don't see Kansas City or Toronto matching up.
The Royals are on a mission. They've been hungry since the beginning.
I think the Blue Jays will find a way to bounce back.
I don't know. I don't even know what's the score right now.
2-1.
It's 2-1. It's like in the third inning or fourth inning. Let's not even. But if the Blue Jays come out of the American League, I like either team that comes out of the American League. I think is better.
I like the Royals. I like the Royals to come out just because they've been there before. And they got the pitch in. They get on base. They play small ball, and they can hit the long ball. Kendrys Morales has been on a hot streak.
Their pitching doesn't match up with
So for your Cubs fans, the future is pretty bright for you guys.
Oh, the future's pretty bright.
I was not upset. We got swept, but like at least we can say we got beat by a better team.
They weren't a better team overall in the regular. They were just a hotter team.
I think they just got hot and they just
got hot. It's like baseball's a weird sport like that. A team gets really, really hot
and it's crazy.
And they just take off.
Okay, and it's crazy because like all their pitchers just seem to have their stuff going.
And not to mention, like with baseball more than almost any other sport, because you play almost every night in the playoffs, you're able to carry momentum easier from game to game to series to series because the games are so closely connected. That's the problem with the NBA
the Cubs are
finals and stuff. Like, there's such a gap in between games, you're not really able to build momentum between games.
The Cubs are going to be there year in, year out for the next 6-7 years.
When you go 97 and 65, like you surpassed everyone.
They surpassed all expectations. Nobody even expected them to make the playoffs.
Everybody thought they would compete for a playoff spot.
I bet money they surpassed their own expectations. They didn't really think about winning the World Series until
they were the third best team in the majors.
Until coming out, not to mention
until the playoffs.
The Cubs were kind of playing with house money almost all season, like because it's the Cubs. Like no offense or anything, but like nobody ever expects you guys to do anything ever because it's the Cubs. And when you guys do something,
we were super young. We had a Joe Madden. I expect this offseason they get rid of Justin Hamels, get rid of Kyle Hendricks. You have a decent bullpen. Maybe
it can get better.
It can get better.
Fernando Rodney's probably gone.
Fernando Rodney's gone. I mean, he's old already. Hector Rondon and Pedro Strop, good setup closer, man. I like those
Rondon has solidified.
I like Travis Wood. Travis Wood, middle relief.
Love
but really, you need to go get Clayton Richard is pretty good, but you need to go get a guy like David Price. Another third ace, or like a Cole Hamels.
Cole Hamels on the contract for one more season.
But David Price would be perfect for the Cubs. just because they got a boatload of money, and a lot of those young guys are still on their rookie deals,
And the best
so
thing
they
about,
can get away with it.
The best thing about baseball, no salary cap.
And the thing is, David Price, you can
salary
sign David
cap.
Price. Look, hey, David Price, we're gonna bring you in short-term contract. Let's say 2 years, $30 million. You're getting $15 million a year. I could see that happening, or $11 million a year. They're gonna have to give Arrieta more money though, because he's only getting $3.5 million this year. He's gonna have to get 11.
That's in due time though. But not to mention, if you get someone like a David Price has a rapport with John Madden from their days in Tampa.
In Tampa, exactly. So I say, yeah, and then I say you just Dexter Fowler's not gonna come back. They're not gonna re-sign Fowler, especially you got Alberto Almora sitting down there in Double-A, lighting things up.
I think they might keep him for one season just for that reason. They might keep him one season. They might keep Fowler for just one more year, just
to season up Alberto Almora,
just to get that kid ready.
Another thing about the Mets, that series in the Mets, they were missing Addison Russell.
Yeah,
that bat and his defense up the middle.
Yeah,
Javier Baez really
he's
raw.
That series. He's very raw. Don't get me wrong. Dude swings a big bat, but that's another problem he got. Like when Javi Baez is at bat, it's like every time he swings the bat, it's like he's trying to crush that ball.
Yeah,
don't get me wrong.
Like that,
but
you're right. There's a lot of players like that, but he's too young for that.
All right, so
but these two expectations. Hold on,
real quick. One last thought, and then we're going to transition.
With these two expectations for the Cubs offseason, either one or the two are going to go, or both of them are going to go. Javi Baez or Starlin Castro, they're both going to be gone. One of the other, or both of them are going to be gone. They're going to be used as trade bait. For a pitching.
I feel like Castro will go before Baez would, just because he's younger.
I think Baez will go just because Castro's still young, and Castro's only 25, and Baez is 21. He doesn't really have a really good feel about play presence.
But
so
if you move him to that second base, which I believe is his natural position, and you put Addison Russell back at his
Castro's
shortstop.
already proven superstar. Russell's going to be a budding superstar. Baez, let him have his time on another team. Let him develop on another team. Let him get time.
Seattle.
Yeah.
All right, so we're going to switch over to the NBA now. We're going to talk about the Western Conference, and we all love the Western Conference
is deep. This is
you
guys told me about these.
Y'all love, man.
Wait, stop. Y'all love the Western Conference.
I love the Western Conference.
I didn't say that. I don't love it like y'all love it.
Man, all of the talent is out west. All of the good teams are out west.
Everything's out west.
It's like the Western Conference just rubs y'all some type of way. This
No,
is like
I love the Western
It's
Conference.
uncomfortable.
All of the talent is out west.
I just like how we set up right now, because it's like y'all two right next to each other. I'm like on the outside looking in.
You are definitely you're Eastern Conference guy.
All of the talent is out west.
I'm not saying that either.
All
I like the West.
I
like the West. I just don't love it. It's like love in caps, like y'all love it.
I absolutely love the West.
All the talent's out west. All the best teams are out west.
Yeah.
Like they got the better players. All the better players are out west besides LeBron.
Yeah, when I was looking at the Western Conference. I mean, dude, like TJ, the talent stops at like 13 players to put on a list. For the Western Conference, easily, if you made a top 10 list, you got 10 other players on the outside looking in that you can be like, damn, they can make a top 10.
When you're putting together the All-Star team for the Eastern Conference, you struggle to put players on it. You're like, in the West, you're like, how do I put together an All-Star team and leave these players off?
Exactly.
It's
DeMarcus Cousins has been left, couple years ago, he was left. He had a really good year, and he was left out the All-Star team.
All kinds of stories like that, where you talk about players out West that get left off of lists.
So what's going first? Our top 8 teams?
Yeah, I'm gonna do my first. I'm gonna start with San Antonio, Oklahoma City, Golden State.
Let them finish.
No, I'm not gonna. I'm just saying it was
Houston, Clippers, Memphis, New Orleans, and Sacramento.
But I'm saying it wasn't a surprise that I knew that he was gonna pick San Antonio. That's what I was gonna say. I knew he was gonna pick San Antonio.
Now you based this off of
last year.
No. I think
this is what you this is going into.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that I know you guys are all thinking about the Sacramento one. Man, Sacramento, they have all of that talent.
I'm not.
And I think if they get good Rondo, he'll be the best point guard DeMarcus Cousins ever had on the same team as him. If they get good Rondo. If they get good Rondo, if Rondo's able to revitalize his career at all and play like the player that he used to be, even a little.
Izzy, before you came, Dan Kenny was in your spot, and I said this was like last year. I said if you give George Karl a full year with this team as opposed to half a season, George Karl can make some things happen.
And do they have a lot of talent on that roster? Rudy Gay, DeMarcus Cousins, they got Ben McLemore.
Like
they have got some
there.
They got some players that can
there.
really ball.
Like, can they?
Can
they put it together?
They have a gaping hole at power forward, or whoever's playing. If DeMarcus Cousins at center, or whoever's.
That's why you drafted.
Stein.
But I don't think he's gonna start.
I don't think he's a great NBA player.
Do they still have Jason Thompson?
No, he's in Golden State.
He's in Golden. Oh, wow,
yeah.
Talk about an upgrade. I don't know.
The power forward situation is. I think they'll trade for somebody. I think that maybe Taj Gibson will happen.
And another Sacramento thing is one thing about them is at home, it's just something about them when they're at home, they play lights out against certain teams.
Well, they have a really good home court advantage. People love Sleep Train Arena. They show up at Sleep Train and they don't sleep while they're there.
The ugly Sacramento comes out on the road.
Marcus Cousins he's a ticking time bomb. Same thing with Rondo. Both those guys are just like an accident, like a big mistake waiting to happen. When Rondo and George Karl are going to get into it, and DeMarcus Cousins and George Karl.
We talked about this before. Me and you talked about this before Izzy got here. If George Karl can deal with AI and Melo on the same team, on the same team, AI and Melo, you got two headaches. On the same team.
I don't think Carmelo Anthony's a headache, but
stop it. Two headaches on the same team. You can deal with Rondo.
I think
you can deal with Rondo.
But the difference is that AI was a much better basketball player at the point of his career when Coach Karl was coaching him than Rondo. Rondo was potentially his career might be over. It might be done. This is the reason he got a 1-year deal is because nobody thinks he can play anymore.
The reason he got a 1-year deal is because he's such a headache.
No, it's because nobody thinks he can play. If people thought he could still play, if people thought he could still play, there would be people buying him. There would be people that would be he could sign and be a difference maker on a team if he could still play, but he can't.
He needs other playmakers around him.
Yeah.
It's not his. It's not the fault.
And he has to be around players that are comfortable with him having the basketball all the time. Sacramento is the perfect situation for that.
When Boston got
they don't care if he wants to have the basketball.
When he was on Boston and Boston got their big three, when they first got their big three, Paul Pierce pulled him aside hey man, this is your team. You are part of this just as much as we are. We don't have a big three. We have a big four. We don't do this without you.
Yeah.
Nobody thought Rondo was actually gonna be
what he turned into.
Yeah.
But Rondo has my whole respect though, because dude played the whole game with a dislocated elbow.
Played 2 games
with a dislocated
Man,
elbow and was killing.
He got a triple.
that was the second trip.
He got a triple. They got eliminated, I think.
They got eliminated.
He got a triple double while blowing out his ACL.
Was that the year they beat the Bulls without KG?
No.
When he dislocated his elbow, what year was that?
That was the year after the Lakers beat them in the championship.
No,
it had to be.
I thought it had to be.
That was the year after. That was definitely the year after.
Oh, okay. So it was when it was the first year that Miami went to the championship.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because he dislocated his elbow and he played the rest. They popped it because you saw because D Wade.
I remember that.
D Wade fell on his elbow. D Wade fell on his arm.
Pretty nasty injury.
All right, I go with my top 8.
All right, come on.
I go with my top 8. Golden State Warriors. For real? You pick San Antonio over Golden State?
I love San Antonio. And
I know you love San Antonio, but think
LaMarcus
about
Aldridge,
Golden State Warriors are just...
They're really deep.
They are... I know it's the preseason, but man, they look very, 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 very good. They haven't missed a beat with Luke Walton on the sideline. They even look better.
Listen,
they put up.
I appreciate what they are as a team. I just think San Antonio is... I just liked what they did with their roster.
San Antonio
I love
number
LaMarcus
2.
Aldridge.
Sorry. Okay.
Go ahead.
And I like David West.
I got San Antonio. I got San Antonio number 2.
Okay.
I got Houston at number 3. I got OKC. Originally, I got OKC at 4 and I got LA at 5, but those two are interchangeable. They could either be 4. They could be 4 and a 5. You could put LA at 4. You could put OKC at 5, depending on the seasons they have, depending on injuries and stuff like that.
I think the Clippers. If
KD's healthy, they could be a top 3 team.
I agree. I think they could be the second best team. So.
I got New Orleans originally at number 6. Memphis at 7. I think Memphis takes a step down. New Orleans got better offensively.
Tyreke Evans is gonna be out. He just said
Tyreke Evans is gonna be out 6 to 8 weeks.
But it doesn't matter. It doesn't even matter.
They got the best player in the league.
It doesn't matter. They got the best player in the Western.
They
got the best, my best player in the Western Conference. I'll just put that out there. Anthony Davis is my best player in the Western Conference. He's developed the 3-point shot this offseason, even though we haven't really seen it this preseason. But he's developed it.
I was having a conversation with somebody, and they were comparing him to KG, and I'm like, no, Anthony Davis is going to be better than KG.
He just can't handle like
AD,
KG. But
Anthony Davis can handle.
He can handle a little bit.
At this point in his career, AD at his point in his career right now is better than KG was at this point in his career.
He's so young. He's only like 23.
He's only
22,
23, 24.
This is going into his 4th season in the NBA.
And AD does have a better ball handle than KG did, because you forget.
He used to be a point guard.
AD used to be a point guard.
In high school, yeah, we know that. Yeah,
he knows that.
I know that. I know everything about this Chicago basketball scene.
AD used to be a point guard.
Memphis number 7. They don't score enough, man. For me, they play great defense
in postseason.
They don't score enough, dude. They just don't. But you could interchange those. You could put Memphis at 6, New Orleans at 7. But I think New Orleans takes a step up in Alvin Gentry's system.
True.
And then number 8, Utah. I think Utah is gonna take a step up.
I have them as my number 10 seed.
I got them number 8. Utah or Phoenix. Just because Phoenix, I think Felix has always been there.
Suns.
I know. They
I just don't believe in their roster.
I think Eric Bledsoe.
I don't think they have the guy. Like, I don't think they have that one guy that scares you. Like, makes.
I think T.J. Warren takes a step up. I think Alex
if he plays ever.
I think Alex Len's gonna take a step up. Brandon Knight and Eric Bledsoe, they're gonna score a lot of points.
Yeah,
they're gonna be like one of the highest scoring backcourts. In the
they're
league.
gonna have the same issue that the Phoenix always has. They can score a lot of points, but they can't stop nobody from scoring.
Exactly. I mean, I got Phoenix, looking, they could be 8, and then on the outside looking in, I got Dallas and Sacramento. I think Dallas definitely stepped down. Sacramento, I just think Sacramento isn't ready. I mean, this is the thing. They got too many knuckleheads on that team. They got too many people that got. They got too many knuckleheads.
No. They have 2.
And they got Rudy Gay and Ben McLemore.
They got a lot of talent, but you got Rondo, who's a knucklehead, and you got DeMarcus Cousins, who's a even bigger knucklehead. And if those 2 guys cannot be knuckleheads, and they could make game-winning plays down the stretch and not mess up and win a lot of games, because there's a lot of games that Sacramento lost that they should have won because they made knucklehead plays down the stretch. If they could win those games, learn how to win those games, they'll be an 8 seed. But until then, I don't think they're going to. I think there's not enough leadership on that team.
I think Rudy Gay is their leader. I think Rudy Gay. But I know he's been there. But I think Rudy Gay is like that calming factor on that team.
Rudy Gay to me, sorry to cut you off.
No, that's cool.
But Rudy Gay, he's that type of player to me who has too much talent to have bounced around as much as he has.
Well, I mean,
I kind of feel like when Rudy Gay was in Toronto, I kind of feel like when he signed with Toronto, I'm like, okay.
He didn't sign with them. He got traded.
When he got traded to Toronto, I'm like, okay, Toronto got their man. He has got they're gonna have such a nice core with Lowry, DeRozan, Rudy, and you have Terrence Ross coming off the bench. I'm like, oh my God, that's just. Everything about that was nasty.
He's like a scheme fit. I don't know. He's just got to be in the right scheme. And what happened to him in Memphis wasn't really totally fair. I mean, he got injured, and then they kind of got on a hot streak without him. Yeah, so they kind of oh, Rudy Gay, we're just going to trade you away because we don't. And they couldn't really afford to keep all of those guys. Mike Conley and Marcus Gasol and Frank Randolph. Something had to give. And they were like, you know what, we're just going to let Rudy Gay go.
Because Rudy Gay is replaceable.
Rudy Gay, the thing with Rudy Gay, he's just never been. He never averaged 20 points a game. He's always in the teens, and he's too much of a post player. Doesn't shoot enough threes. He can defend.
I don't have a problem with his game.
But
at all.
I like Rudy Gay. I like Rudy Gay.
I like Rudy Gay, but he's just not one of those players that
franchise changer.
He's not a franchise changer.
How many players?
I beg to differ.
How many players in the league actually would you call franchise changing players?
You put Rudy Gay on any.
I would say a handful.
You put Rudy Gay on any playoff team. I bet money he make an immediate impact.
Yeah, if you put him on the Bulls, he's making an immediate impact.
If
you put him on a team like
you put him on the Bulls.
You put him on
Miami.
the Bulls.
You could put him on San Antonio even.
No, I don't think Miami.
Even if you could put him on San Antonio, if you got a lineup, if San Antonio can pull off a Rudy Gay trade, right? Since all those guys if all those guys always taking cutbacks on their salaries,
they don't have that kind of.
I know that, but I'm saying
they'd have to give up like a Kawhi Leonard.
I know, but I'm saying if
because he got his deal.
I'm saying like Tony Allen,
Parker, Danny Green,
Tony Parker. You got Kawhi Leonard, and you can put Rudy Gay and Tim Duncan and LaMarcus Aldridge. I mean, that's
never gonna happen.
That would never happen, but still, I mean, that would be a really great team that would win a championship right there.
Definitely win.
Even if you put him on Oklahoma City, like you put
KD at number 4,
or Kevin Durant to the 4.
Even if you could try and get him on Indiana,
or you put
Rudy Gay on Indiana, or next to Paul George.
With OKC, you put him at the 2.
Rudy Gay, I think Rudy Gay is just wasting years in Sacramento. He's wasting years in Sacramento. That team is he needs to go to the Eastern Conference where he can show out in the playoffs. He's not going to go to the playoffs on Sacramento.
Everybody said that about Melo, and look at him going to the Eastern Conference.
Actually, speaking of Melo, they've been talking about trade rumors. They're close to finding a trade for Melo.
No one's going to sign that. No one's going to pick up that contract.
The contract's bad.
Yeah,
and Carmelo Anthony's not getting any younger. He's not going to get any better.
He's like 31, 32.
Like, he's not getting any younger. Like, he's just
He messed up by not going to the Bulls last offseason.
Easily.
Yeah, I agree.
Easily, because he just basically cashed it in. He could have came back from that knee injury. He just basically cashed it in.
Well, I mean, the team wasn't competitive. There's no point.
I know.
All right, go ahead. Your
my top 8. I got the Warriors first because they the defending champs. It's theirs to lose. Number 2, I got the Clippers. Like, they off-season acquisitions, like, they're gonna help them tremendously. It's like it then.
Well, the thing with the way that their acquisitions, like, they could either be nice or horrible.
I kind of like when you bring in a Lance Stevenson, you kind of need a player like a Paul
Josh
Pierce
Smith,
and Josh Smith.
Smith is like both those guys are just.
But like when you look at Josh Smith, like when the Clippers played the Rockets, Josh Smith was the one that hurt them the most.
Yeah, I know,
which is crazy.
But Josh Smith is like he takes bad shots all the time. And
now Doc Rivers gonna nip that in the bud real quick.
I'm not a fan of Josh Smith. He's like lost that step.
Let Jay Smooth take one bad shot.
Josh Smith's lost that.
Doc Rivers gonna be like, "Hey, Smooth, get over here on this bench. Sit down."
Jay Smooth.
Josh Smith has like lost that.
He ain't been Jay Smooth since Atlanta.
Josh Smith has lost that thing that made him an elite player in the league. Like he doesn't have that step. He doesn't have that athleticism anymore.
What made him an elite player?
He was
in the
freakish
first place?
athletic. He could handle the basketball. He was a big guy. Like he was a freak athlete at the time, and he's lost that. He doesn't have that intangible anymore as part of his repertoire.
Okay, well, whatever.
And he I don't know. He's just
Golden State Clippers. The Spurs are number 3. Houston, OKC at 4 and 5. New Orleans at 6. Dallas at 7. Memphis at 8. I agree with Izzy. Memphis is going to take a step back. I don't know how big of a step back, but they're going to take a step back because, like you said, Izzy, they don't score enough. They don't score enough in playoff time. Like their style, like that grinded out style of basketball is
becoming archaic.
It's great, but like it's great in the regular season because like
that's why the Bulls win a lot of games.
It goes to like in the last that's why the Bulls won a lot of games under Thibodeau because you play 82 games.
You play all your guys 55 minutes a night.
You can afford to play your guys 40 minutes a night when you got some days off in between. Not so much in the playoffs when you got only a day.
And not to mention the scheming. I think Memphis gets because like this Marc Gasol stuff. It's like Marc Gasol's a nice player, but he's not. I don't think he's worth the money that he signed for. Like, I think he like offensively, what does he do that's considered absolutely elite? Like he's got a nice mid-range shot. He doesn't really handle the basketball. He doesn't have
who you say?
Marc Gasol.
Marc Gasol?
I think he's like vastly overpaid, and I think Memphis is eventually going to regret that contract.
Like he's
not as good as Powell. Like he's not
he's
easily one.
He is better than Powell. For one reason, he's better than Powell. He plays defense.
Yeah, but I mean,
he's a defensive player.
When you get to like
Gasol is a better shot blocker than Powell.
But Marc Gasol. Which Gasol? What are you talking about?
Powell is a better shot blocker than Marc.
No,
to me. I mean, I beg to differ. Look at the stats. Marc Gasol has.
I forgot to mention my dark horse teams. I think the Lakers are potentially a dark horse. Kobe is healthy and Kobe.
Kobe gonna be Kobe regardless.
I really like the Jazz.
What happened? What did Roy Hibbert said he is the Andrew Bogut of the Lakers or something like that? Are you kidding me, Roy Hibbert? You need to just go home.
I like Utah. I really like Rudy Gobert.
Okay.
As a player.
I have an arrow next to the Spurs, the Rockets, and OKC because I feel like those spots are interchangeable.
And you know what, TJ?
I think all of the top
five.
five.
Do you have a feeling that San Antonio, they have so much talent that you think they could put it all together, or do you think all those guys are just going to conflict?
Did you forget who the coach is off that team?
Greg Popovich.
Yeah, still, if anybody is going to figure it out.
How are you going to find minutes for David West?
They'll figure it out.
Easily.
And David West
coming off the bench.
And not to mention, David West had to have known that was going to be the case.
Do you
when
think
he
they're all
going to
work together? Do you think they're all going to work together? Do you think so?
I think they're all pushing towards a common goal. And when you
Manny
know that goal
Ginobili's getting up there.
Yeah, but they don't really need him to. They just need him to win them.
Tony Parker's getting up there.
They just need them to win playoffs.
Danny Green doesn't play defense no
more. Danny Green is an elite defender.
But he doesn't play defense.
But when you look at
not good enough defense.
He's an elite defender.
Yeah. You just noted on something. Like you mentioned, Duncan's getting up there. Tony Parker's getting up there. Manu's getting up there. The same thing has been said about the Spurs year after year after year. 5 years in a row under Greg Popovich. They have had, 17, 18 straight seasons of 50 wins or more.
I think it's 40 wins.
50.
Yeah, 50.
50 of at least 50 wins. And it's because of that system. He knows when to rest his players. He knows when,
he doesn't care.
He doesn't care.
He'll just bench people for no reason. Tim Duncan's going to miss the game because he's just old.
You remember? Old. I swear to God,
Patty Mills, if he's healthy, it's a big X factor off the bench.
Yeah, definitely.
They drafted some. They signed some people.
People can call them old all they want, but at the bottom line is this: the San Antonio Spurs in the Western Conference, they're gonna be there. Whether people like it or not. I do agree
with you on what you just said about the top 5 teams in the Western. I think those five teams are interchangeable.
Easily.
I could see them finishing in any order of those 5. I think those 5 teams are the elite of the elite in the Western Conference. Those 5: Oklahoma City, Houston, Memphis, or Golden State, San Antonio, and the Clippers.
Right.
I think those 5 are the elite.
And I got 2 dark horse teams: Sacramento and Phoenix. And Sacramento, because like I say, give George Karl a full year with this team. And Phoenix, I believe in Jeff Hornacek. They're the problem with Phoenix is like you said, they're missing that one guy.
They don't have the guy.
They're missing that guy. But the way the West is set up is crazy because like you said, 1 through really it's 1 through
11.
1 through 10 or 11 is interchangeable. One game in the Western Conference means that much.
Yeah, that's why the Western Conference is so much more elite than.
But I do feel if either one of these, if Sacramento or Phoenix was, if one of them 2 teams.
No Gerald Green on Phoenix either.
Yeah, that hurts.
No bench. Devin Booker's gonna have to step up.
I do feel if
they do got Tyson Chandler, they got Archie Goodwin,
Tyson Chandler. He
Alex Lynn, John Lure could shoot a little bit. They still got Markieff Morris.
Chandler gonna be that defensive anchor that they so desperately need because Phoenix don't play.
PJ Tucker, TJ Warren.
PJ Tucker can ball. I like PJ Tucker.
He's an alright player.
This is a team that could possibly be an AC. That's why I said they could possibly be.
I don't think they have the guy.
I have a feeling if Sacramento or Phoenix makes that AC. The first, whoever they playing is that 1 seed. They got a first round bye because they gonna get swept.
I don't think Dallas is. I think Dallas is about to take a. I know they have Dirk. I understand. I understand they got Dirk.
Wait.
I know they got Dirk. I know they got Dirk, and I know they got
hurt my heart.
But everybody else around Dirk is Wesley Matthews coming off of an NBA killer injury.
Dirk is definitely driving a Pinto.
Darren Williams, Darren Williams, he's not D. Will anymore. He went to rotted in Brooklyn. Now he's
okay, D. Will, I take that back. They're driving a Honda Civic.
And I don't know who the rest of the starting players even are. Who's the starting center on that team?
Who is the starting center?
We could look up right now. I mean, while we're here.
I mean, is it still
It ain't
Stallion Dallenberg?
Probably.
I know they didn't draft it. Oh, they Zaza. I bet Zaza's their starting center.
Okay.
Zaza,
they Just long story short, Dallas just does not have. They still got Chandler Parsons.
Yeah,
and they got Wesley Matthews.
He's coming off of.
Don't get me wrong. Like they're not gonna make the playoffs. Like I know that for a fact.
Dirk Nowitzki. This is their starting five. Okay, Dirk Nowitzki, Chandler Parsons, Wesley Matthews, Darren Williams,
Devin Harris.
And yeah, you're right. Oh, JaVale McGee at center.
No.
Yes.
JaVale McGee.
Yes.
We'll see Shaq to the full all year long.
Okay, I'm gonna go through my top 10 players.
Okay. Justin Anderson from Virginia. He plays good defense. He can shoot the three.
And
lefty.
I put my top 10 players and who are the most important players to their individual team.
Okay.
My number one is Kevin Durant. They have to stay healthy if they're gonna be for a championship. Dwight Howard at 2. Blake Griffin at 3.
Let him finish.
4 is Anthony Davis. 5 is Rajon Rondo.
Let him finish.
6 is Russell Westbrook.
My facial expressions.
Let him finish.
LaMarcus Aldridge, Steph Curry, Mike Conley, and Kobe Bryant. My dark horse is Rudy Gobert.
Not let him have it.
Lord, I have a big problem with your top 10. Is that a top 10 from like 3 years ago?
No, I'm talking about
5 years ago. What
10,
is that top 10 from?
Top 10 players, most important players to their individual team.
Who specifically do you have a problem with on that list? Who in specific?
One, Kobe Bryant. He's not a top 10 player anymore in the West.
But he's a top 10 most important
Rajon
player to his
Rondo
team.
is not a top 10 player
He
anymore.
Dwight
Howard at number 2?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me?
If the Rockets are going to really compete, really compete for a championship.
Where's James Harden at?
He's not out of my list.
Okay, it's his list for a reason. He's a very quirky person. I will go with my list right now. Anthony Davis, easily number 1. Come on, we gotta go by talent here. Forget who's the most important to their team. Forget that. We gotta go by talent here. Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant. Number 3 is James Harden. You could either 4 and 5. You could switch them. Steph Curry, Russell Westbrook.
I have Westbrook.
Okay, I mean 4 and 5. Number 6, I'm shame on you, Kawhi Leonard.
Marcus Aldridge is more important to the team.
No.
LaMarcus Aldridge, number 7, and I would say by importance, you're right. Whoever's more important this season, I think it's Kawhi Leonard.
I think
it's Kawhi Leonard.
But Kawhi Leonard's been there. They don't have to figure out how he's going to fit into that system.
Number 8,
Aldridge has to be integrated
number
into the
8,
system.
both of you might have a problem with my number 8, Marc Gasol. But only reason I say Marc Gasol number 8 because look, he's got an old-fashioned back to the basket game. He could face up, shoot, and he could come back down and play good defense.
Mike Conley is the most important player on that team.
I think it's pretty much Mike Conley. He's the engine he's the oil that makes the engine run.
Defensively, because of the other point guards in that very same conference, Mike Conley has to work extra hard every night to guard all those point guards. You got to guard Chris Paul, Russell Westbrook, Steph Curry, Damian Lillard. You got to guard these guys.
There's no nights off in the West.
Yeah, number 9 point guard position.
For the point guard position, there's no nights off.
My number 9 is Boogie. Boogie. DeMarcus Cousins.
I started to put him on.
Yeah.
Boogie's number 9. See, Boogie's number 9. Boogie could easily be top 3. He's got the whole package. If he could just think at the end of games and stop and think and stop making bonehead plays in the last 3-4 minutes of a game, he'd be a top 3 player in the Western Conference. Easily.
Or just stop getting tags.
10, I'm going with Klay Thompson because Klay Thompson is the best two-way 2-guard in the league. He is the best two-way 2-guard because he could shoot, he could defend. I like Jimmy, but we're not talking about Eastern Conference. We're talking Western Conference. Look, James Harden is the best 2-guard, but
what about Kobe?
He's better than Kobe right now. Kobe hasn't played in the last 2 years. He's on his way out of the league. He's not even in my top 15. Come on now. I'm outside looking in. I couldn't
disrespect Kobe.
I know. But look at this. I'm gonna keep going because the West is so deep. I had to go with a top 15. Yeah. But I made it a top 10, and then the outside looking in, who could be in the top 10, who could crack the top 10. Chris Paul, Blake Griffin, Damian Lillard, Gordon Hayward. DeAndre Jordan, and then my breakout stars for the year are going to be Rudy Gobert, Myers Leonard, Andrew Wiggins, and my Rookie of the Year breakout star candidate, Emmanuel Mudiay.
I like your breakout star on the Portland, but just not that player. I think it's C.J. McCollum is going to be their breakout player, and I think he's going to be their second best player.
I like Myers Leonard because he is
C.J. McCollum is
really good.
Balling, bro.
He has been balling, but
Pause. CP3 on the outside looking in.
Yes,
I don't
he's
got
on the
either.
outside looking in, man.
Both of y'all need like a shot of Hennessy or something.
I'm just
For
like
any of y'all to think Chris Paul, the Clippers ain't nothing without Chris Paul.
But they're not gonna,
they could if Chris Paul went down, you could put Jamal Crawford in there.
False.
No, you can't.
So false. Leave this building right now. So false.
And you could put Jamal Crawford in there, or you could even they got Lance Stevenson.
No.
He can run the paint. He can run the point. I mean, come on now.
Stop it right now.
Austin Rivers, he can run the point. Chris
None
Paul,
of them are not Chris Paul.
I know,
Listen,
but Chris Paul he's important, but
if
not
the Clippers are
so
going to be an elite
important.
team, like uber elite, they need Blake Griffin to take his game to a different level.
Blake Griffin is on the out. He could easily
Blake
be a top
Griffin's-
10 player. He
Blake-
just cannot. This is the thing that separates me with Blake
is
Griffin.
a
He
top-
can't block shots. He can't block shots. He's so athletic. He could dunk over you. He could do everything else.
You would think he could jump high enough to block some shots.
to block some shots, right? He has not averaged not one block per game in a whole year. I mean, come on. Come on now. And most of the time when DeAndre Jordan's getting all those blocks, it's because his man is getting, Blake Griffin is letting his man beat him 9 out of 10 times, and DeAndre Jordan is picking up his slack. Pick it up defensively, and I will put you in my top 10, Blake Griffin.
I think he needs.
Okay.
I also needs to. I think he needs to expand his game more offensively as well. I think
he's been getting better every year.
Yeah. But if he takes a game to another level, let's say
That
let's say
jump
he can shoot threes. Like all of a
That
sudden, Blake
jump
Griffin's
shot,
like gonna be
no,
banging out threes.
He can't hit, he can't hit a mid range consistently. He needs to get that mid range jump shot going. Like if I bet money if you get Blake Griffin 10 mid range jumpers a game, bet money he only gets 4.
If I'm defending
40% shooter.
Blake Griffin, I'm gonna give him
Maybe
that
3.
shot all day long.
Maybe 3.
Like if
Maybe
Blake Griffin,
3.
if the Clippers want to beat me by Blake Griffin shooting jump
he-
shots, I'm cool.
He
with
makes
it.
the weirdest moves in
Like,
the
'cause
post
me-
that
like,
I've
me
never
personally,
seen.
like,
He doesn't have a
Me
really
personally,
like
going
a
back
back
to-
to the basket game. Like he
going
doesn't really
back to-
have it.
Going back to that
He's just
2000
awkward when he gets to the basketball. He gets like a
Like for
couple
me,
like
going back to that 2009 draft, like I wouldn't even draft the Blake
'Cause of the
Griffin
knee issues?
like not even that. Like he wasn't even the best player in that draft. The only reason he went number 1 overall is because I feel like when he went number 1 overall, the Clippers were like, oh my god, look at this kid.
But he was.
Like
but that's not really fair
oh
because.
my god, look at this kid.
But how high would I still think he's in the top 5 in that draft.
And that-
like James Harden,
because
like
that was
1,
such a weak
Steph
draft.
Curry 2,
because because
Blake Griffin's probably 3.
Blake Griffin probably a top 10. Like I wouldn't even give him top 5.
Oh come on, dude.
Yes.
I can't even.
Like when he first came into the league, he couldn't do nothing but dunk on nobody, and he's soft.
Blake Griffin makes the weirdest offensive moves
And
in the
he's
post.
soft.
He'll turn a drop step into a spin move,
Is he?
into a fadeaway bank shot.
Is he?
That's the type of moves he has in the
Is he?
paint. That's
Is
so
he?
But
weird.
he's so freakish athletic.
I know
wait,
he can
is
make
he?
those type of shots.
Is he? And he's soft.
He's very soft. And Charles Barkley has pointed this out, dude. You're soft.
Like,
Step
you're
it up, dude.
You're soft.
Step it up, dude.
You have like little scrappy players talking shit to you. Like you should.
Gee, Tony Allen. Like I was like
Tony Allen punked him.
Tony Allen has gotten in Blake Griffin's face. One, that's like a 7-inch height difference.
No, Tony Allen's like 6'6".
He's
dude.
not 6'5".
He's like 6'4",
Yeah.
6'5". Okay, so that's like a 5-6 inch height difference. Like legit. And Blake Griffin got at least 30 pounds on Tony Allen.
Oh, yeah.
At least.
Would you guys agree with me? Emmanuel Mudiay could be Rookie of the Year this year. He's been playing phenomenal preseason, and I think Emmanuel Mudiay,
Rookie of the Year, like overall.
overall Rookie of the Year. Not that they don't give out Western Conference Rookie of the Year.
I think Emmanuel Mudiay, yeah, because he's going to play a ton of minutes.
He's gonna be
And
playing
they're
a
gonna
ton of
be-
minutes.
That seems to be the way players win the Rookie of the Year lately.
How good do you think they can be this year, Denver?
They're
they got a okay.
not
I
good
think
at
they
all.
could be a
No,
okay.
it's just, I think they're-
Emmanuel Mudiay, Danilo Gallinari,
Who's
Wilson
their coach?
Chandler,
Who's their
Kenneth
coach?
Fareed.
Who's their coach?
I don't know.
We don't even. Malone,
Yeah,
the
Mike
former
Malone.
coach
Yeah,
of Sacramento.
Yeah.
Oh.
They're going to be running and gunning. They're not going to be a great team, I don't think.
They got rid of the cancer. Ty Lawson was a cancer. Now you got somebody who is gonna run the team like they should run the team, and he can actually 6'6", man, and he can guard he could guard both the 1 and the 2.
Nice prospect, but
The only thing he just can't hit a jump shot, but he could get to the hole easily.
But like you said, like dude, like he gonna
Alright,
be
go
a
through your-
like hold on, let me finish. Like he gonna be a matchup problem because he's 6'5". Like he's a 6'4", 6'5" point guard.
And he got more muscle. I mean, and you talk about 6'5" point guards like Michael Carter Williams. He's got more muscle on Michael Carter Williams.
And he's longer.
He's also got a jump shot.
And he's got a little bit better of a jump shot. I mean, and he's got better court vision than Michael Carter Williams.
That seems to be the way people win the Rookie of the Year lately. You play a ton of minutes on a terrible
but Michael
team.
Carter
Williams could be Rookie of the Year.
I think it would be Emmanuel Mudiay. I don't know.
You think Emmanuel Mudiay too?
Yeah, Bobby Portis is my dark. Like he's
no,
a
he's
dark
not gonna get enough minutes.
He's not gonna play enough
unless
minutes.
you get rid of Taj Gibson,
which is definitely gonna happen.
Bobby Portis gonna get some minutes.
Yeah,
the first half of the season.
Like Hoiberg gonna get him some minutes.
I think he's gonna play average like 15 minutes a game.
I could agree with you. Bobby Portis would be the Rookie of the Year if they get rid of Taj Gibson.
Even if they do that, I still don't see the minutes there. I mean, you still got Mirotic, you still got Gasol, you still got Noah. That are all gonna be competing.
Yeah, you
for
forget
minutes.
though Hoiberg's system. He likes the fours that can shoot.
And in Hoiberg's system, Noah's more dispensable than Gibson is.
That is true.
I would get rid of Noah, but long before I get rid of Gibson.
The problem with every time
Chicago will go on fire.
I don't care.
The city will burn to the ground.
I don't care.
We've talked about this before with you, TJ. Everybody loves Joakim Noah in the city.
I don't care.
The city
Noah
will burn
is
to the
useless.
ground.
Offensively, he is useless.
He sets the table.
He is more awkward than Blake Griffin on offense. At least Blake Griffin can make a bunny hook shot. Noah can't even do that. I've never seen a 7-foot center miss more hook shots, miss more layups than Joakim Noah. Like, what do you work on in the offseason? Like, really? Like,
his shot is just
like, what do you work on? Like, are you serious?
Bobby
Portis can come in and take your minutes right off the gate, and he's 19, 20 years old.
Yeah, but he's a rookie.
I don't care.
Joakim Noah's a vet, and he's a defensive player
I
of
don't
the
care.
year.
I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. No, he
team.
is not. Jimmy Butler is not the heart and soul of that team. Noah
doesn't
is
show
useless.
that much emotion.
Noah is useless. He's useless. He's useless. He's useless.
Where's your play? Where's top 10?
My top 10 players in the West. Based off this is based off what they did last season. All right, Steph Curry, Harden, CP3. I put KD on there because like without KD, OKC is pretty much what you saw. Like Westbrook
They're a borderline playoff team.
Mm-hmm. Westbrook doing everything and coming up short. I put Westbrook right behind KD because Westbrook, like, he went on, like, what was that stretch? He had an insane amount of
he was getting like triple doubles.
It was like
8 triple doubles in 11 games.
It was like every night Westbrook was on triple double alert. So Anthony Davis behind Westbrook. I had Damian Lillard on there. I might put him back on there. I took him off. I put Kawhi Leonard on there. I put Kawhi Leonard in his spot. I put LaMarcus Aldridge on there based off what he had to deal with. Like, this is based off what they did last season. Portland ain't really too much of nothing without Aldridge, and he pretty much knew. He made it known.
Portland's in a deep rebuild right now.
He made it known and clear that he was leaving Portland. Like, it was no secret that he was going.
Portland's gonna be the worst team in the league this year.
I put Mike Conley because without Mike
in
Conley.
the Western Conference.
Yeah,
maybe.
Oh no, in the whole league.
No way, dude. Philadelphia. There are teams.
No, Philadelphia's gonna be better than them.
No way.
Yeah.
Minnesota probably worse than.
Go ahead, finish,
Portland.
TJ.
After LaMarcus Aldridge, I put Mike Conley because, like, without Mike Conley, Memphis would get ate up by every point guard in the West.
You said Memphis?
Yeah, without Mike Conley.
Oh, without Mike
Conley, Memphis gets ate up. Like, without Mike Conley, there's
no Udre.
He's not what he used to be.
He's okay.
He never used to be anything. Like, what is?
Udre used to be cold. Like, show some respect for that man.
They should have kept Rivas Vasquez.
They should have kept
probably.
Yeah. And I put Kobe on my list because he's a black mama.
Kobe, man.
Kobe is Kobe. I mean, Kobe is. He 35, 36, 37?
If he can play 60 games this year,
Kobe 37? Yeah, 30. Kobe's
to see.
Kobe is 37 years old. Came in the league when he was 17, so this is his 20th season. Going to be his 20th season.
He's like 38.
No,
38.
He's 37.
He's 38.
He's 37.
38.
He's 37.
38 now.
This is a year younger than Duncan.
He's 37. Duncan like 40.
It doesn't matter. If he
It
can
don't
play
matter.
60
Like,
games
it doesn't
this
matter.
year,
Like,
that would be a
Yeah, if
win
he can
for
play
him.
50 games.
If he can play 50 games, he played almost 50.
This is
30-something.
This is his 20th season with the. This is going to be his 20th season with the Lakers, and like Kobe is Kobe.
I don't think. I have a hard time believing that Kobe's going to be able to put up with the losing that the Lakers are going to do.
Kobe, like
I don't even think Kobe's going to stand the way D'Angelo Russell, his hairstyle.
Like
Kobe, what is he working with there?
Man, you want to talk about hairstyle? What is with Derrick Rose's hairstyle?
Oh, Derrick Rose, he's still in the Jimmy Butler.
Yeah,
but if you're Kobe,
he's
like
playing right now.
But if you're Kobe, like you couldn't be like
it is Friday.
Oh yeah. Well, that's why I said Fridays.
If you're Kobe, you couldn't be happier with passing the torch to someone like A. D'Angelo Russell.
I think you could be happier. You could have been passing the torch to Carmelo. You could have been passing the torch to all those free agents they missed out on over the past
but that's not
3 seasons.
It's not his fault that they didn't.
Breaking news: Derrick Rose broke his kneecap. No, I'm just playing.
You don't think? You don't think? Oh, dude, I think a lot of players don't want to play in Los Angeles right now because Kobe is there.
Because too many players want to have fun. Too many players don't want to win. That's the problem. When you sign with a player like Kobe Bryant, you know what you're getting into. Like Dwight Howard, that's why he left, because Dwight wants to have fun. Dwight wants to joke.
Soft.
Dwight wants to joke and have fun and laugh. When it's game time, Kobe about his business.
Yeah, but yeah, that's the thing that like separates. Like we had this conversation when we were talking about Michael Jordan and Kobe. Like Jordan had other interests outside of the NBA. Like imagine if he was like Kobe and like had no other interest elsewhere. Man, he could have been like Kobe doesn't do anything besides play basketball. Like you don't see him in movies, you don't see him playing golf, you don't see him playing baseball.
I bet money if Jordan was he did the baseball thing out of like homage to his father.
Yeah, but he's still. You get what I'm trying to say.
I get what you're trying to say, but if you watch the Kobe Bryant interview with Amar Rashad, he made it known if I make same thing with Rondo, Rondo knows he's not well liked. And Rondo doesn't care. Kobe doesn't care if players want to play with him or not. Why? Because Kobe got what they want. Kobe has 5 of what they want, matter of fact. So if they don't want to play with him, oh well.
3 of them with Shaq. Just saying.
Doesn't matter.
Just saying.
He still got 5.
Just saying.
Got 2.
Kobe was just as important to that team as Shaq was. Kobe.
Take Shaq off that team, you don't win a championship.
Take Kobe off that team, you don't win a championship.
I beg to differ. Nobody could stop Shaq.
Nobody could stop Kobe. Kobe was giving people 30 every night.
The only reason people couldn't stop Kobe was because you had Shaq and you had the double team.
And the only reason people couldn't stop Shaq because you had Kobe. Because if you double team Shaq, who's he kicking it out to? Kobe.
Yeah, I think Shaq could have won. Shaq could have won a championship without Kobe.
I think I gotta agree with him.
Please.
I think Shaq would have won a championship on that team.
No, he wouldn't.
And
who are you replacing Kobe with? Let's say just hypothetically.
Who exactly? Who on those dynasty years? Are you replacing Brian Shaw, Rick Fox, Derek Fisher? Derek Fisher has never averaged 10 points a game in his career.
I think because of what Shaq was, I think he was more important to those Laker teams
than
Kobe was. But there's no question that second two, that Kobe was the most important player.
Yeah.
Like there's not even we're not
Gasol,
debating.
Gasol.
We're not debating that. Like Kobe was the most. I think Shaq was more important than the first.
He was
3.
more important.
Because Shaquille O'Neal was like, dude, Shaquille O'Neal.
Okay, put it this way.
Nobody could guard him 1-on-1.
You couldn't put it this way. Without, if you take either Kobe or Shaq off those 3-piece squads, they don't win 3 championships.
They don't even make it to the playoffs
without either one.
They don't even make it to the playoffs without Kobe and Shaq. They don't make it to the playoffs.
Okay, if you used to take one off the squad, they still don't win 3 They still don't win 3 championships.
I think they win.
I think if you take either one of them off, I think they get bounced by Sacramento.
Yeah.
Sacramento would be having 3 titles right now if it wasn't for.
Sacramento. Even with both of them, Sacramento, we already know that they got screwed over by Donahue and his. They got screwed. I mean, come on.
It is what it is.
They got screwed over.
My dark horse, Darren Williams. I feel like you said, going to Brooklyn did more harm than good to Darren Williams, because when you look at before that trade to New Jersey, period, when they were the Nets, this was an all-star caliber point guard for the Utah Jazz. Very good.
He was in the conversation with Chris Paul as being the best point guard in the league.
Yeah, all the time, year in, year out.
Like every year was like Darren Williams, Chris Paul.
So it's not his fault that him.
Well, his body kind of.
He's always been a chunky point guard, though.
But not even talking about his ankles and stuff. He's
even at
injuries all the time.
Even at U of I, he was still chunky. He was a little stocky point guard. But it's him going to New Jersey / Brooklyn did more harm than good. The image the imagery was there, but like they just never put it together. And like I said, before going east, Darren Williams, like you said, was arguably top 2 point guard.
Yeah.
Next to Chris Paul, so he's my dark horse. Like I look to him to sort of get it back on track this year, and yeah, and because of what Portland's going through, Damian Lillard, Portland's gonna rely on
Damian
Lillard.
Lillard's gonna
He gonna have to shoot.
Damian Lillard might win the scoring title.
He gonna have to shoot 40 times a game, like literally, just because of what he has. Like Matthews is
McCollum's a nice
gone.
player. They lost 4 or 5 starters.
Matthews is gone.
He's the only one
Batum
left.
is gone. Aldridge is gone.
By the way, I know this isn't an Eastern Conference
Nicholas Batum
preview, but the Charlotte Hornets are 7-1 this preseason.
Dude, come on.
But
The San
still,
Antonio
they're
Spurs-
7-1
San Antonio
this
Spurs are
preseason.
1-6 right now.
Sacramento's
And
5-1.
they looked pretty good this preseason. With
Sacramento's
the starters on the floor.
Sacramento's
Just saying.
5-1, by the way.
We'll see.
Just saying.
It doesn't mean anything. All right, so we're going to switch systems over to the NFL. We're going to real quick discuss what is a catch,
And what's not a catch?
and let's try to keep it brief.
I don't even think the
Because
professional referees know what the
I don't even
catch
think
is.
I don't even think we have enough time
to even talk about
to keep this brief.
Well,
because-
we got to, because I don't have a lot of time right now. So,
All right, Izzy, do you mind if I go?
Yeah,
Okay,
that's fine.
man. What's a catch? What's not a catch? Izzy, you said before we started that this goes back to that Calvin Johnson catch against Chicago like 5-6 years ago, when Calvin Johnson caught the game-winning touchdown and laid the ball on the ground and got up without the ball. So that pass was ruled incomplete. Detroit goes on to lose the game. Woo, woo, woo. Then you got the touchdown interception with Seattle and Green Bay 3 years ago, which I still don't understand how that.
you talking about the Phil Mary?
Yeah, the Fail Mary, the touch interception.
That's
down.
a simultaneous catch.
That's
that's
not what we're talking
The
about.
touch interception down, but like it goes along the line. But like with that game, fast forward to rewind to last Sunday when you got Chicago and Detroit. Detroit in the red zone. Stafford passes to Golden Tate. Golden Tate catches the ball in the end zone. Kyle Fuller then strips Golden Tate, and the ball is batted around and intercepted by the Bears. Rondé Barber, who was commentating that game, thought it was an interception. The next analyst thought
All
it was.
of them did.
Everybody thought it was an interception. Even the referee, even the guy in New York who
I can't
Mike
remember.
Pereira.
Yeah.
Mike Pereira thought it was an interception, and then it's a touchdown. Then Devontae Freeman does the exact same thing. 2 weeks later, 2 weeks before, Devontae Freeman has the exact same play happen to him, incomplete.
It's like, it looked exactly the same.
It's
Like, you look at those two, you put those two catches side by side, they look exactly the same. And like, there's no standard right now of what the catch is in the NFL. Like every week you seem to have these conversations where one is a catch and the other isn't a catch, but they look exactly the same. They look exactly the freaking same. Like,
They don't know because they don't know because the rule book is so huge.
I mean,
and
like,
then they outlayered like 3A, 3B, 3C. You know, like what's a catch, what's not a catch. In
Like
this
rules,
situation, what's
like,
a catch? You know,
it'd be like-
it's
it'd be
so
like-
huge. They don't even know what the heck a catch
It'd be like
is.
Rule 3, subsection A,
Exactly.
line
The
6,
rule
word.
book's too big. The rule book's too big.
It's like we're getting to the point where like
It's like Rule 3, line A, subsection 6, letter 27.
It's ridiculous
but
how
it's-
big that rule book is.
I feel like this conversation is actually hurting the NFL product more
Yeah.
than any of the concussion stuff, any of the other stuff. Like people like are getting fed up with these
Because-
difference of calls between this, like what is a catch between
Because like the way I feel
it
about
never
it,
seems to be consistent. It's
the way,
always like different every
Cause,
week
like
to
the way
week.
I feel about it is like human, like they blame like when it's the refs, is like they miss a call, like human error is like this and that. Human error is bull. Human error is a lame excuse that these people give these refs when they miss a call, and I'm like people can only buy the human error excuse for so long. It's like it's not human error. Like, get it right. Instead of worrying about what players doing in the offseason, Roger Goodell, sit these refs down, go over this rule book, and make sure it's like and thoroughly clear on all levels. What's a catch? What's not a catch? What's a tackle? What's not a tackle?
But
Woo
see,
woo woo.
This is the thing,
I don't
CJ.
care. But
They brought it upstairs I mean, I'm going back to the Golden Tate. Even I don't even know. Devontae Green. Did they go upstairs with that?
Yeah.
They go upstairs. Get it right. Get it right, man. You're going upstairs. You're taking 2, 3, 4, 5, sometimes 10 looks at it. Get it right. Get it right.
I just want to see it consistent. I don't care if
Get it right.
I just want to see like the same call every week and it be the same freaking call.
I mean, you
like,
can
I don't
understand
want to have
like
this,
you can understand like a crazy like. If we don't have the challenge system, the replay system, I could understand. Okay, yeah, human error, but you're looking at it like 10 times. Get it right.
Yeah.
Get it right.
Get the call right.
Get the
Refs,
call right.
Get the calls right.
Get them right, man. You're changing seasons.
Like Roger, like they need to sit down and like the players union, the referee union, they need to sit down. What's a catch? What's not a catch? What's a tackle? What's not a tackle? Go through that rule book front to back. And establish, okay, what's the catch, and establish the rule book instead of Roger Goodell and company wondering about what players out there smoking weed. I don't care.
Roger Goodell got so many problems, man. It's ridiculous.
I just want to see the call consistent. Like,
that's
just
it.
Make it like just find a way to stand around standard. Like
it's more than that. It's more than what's a catch and what's not a catch. I feel like me personally.
There are other rules that like the helmet stuff where you're like leading with your helmet, but like if they're not leading, like those plays should be able. You should be able to review those plays. Like when they throw the flag on like defenseless receiver and stuff when you're leading with your helmet. Yeah. When you see the replays when it's actually a clean hit, and it's like you should be able to review that. That should be something you should challenge.
And then last Sunday, I forgot what game it was, but whatever team it was, they were in the their quarterback was in the end zone and he got an intentional grounding play. By the rules, if you get an intentional grounding play while you're standing in your end zone, that is a safety. That's a safety.
I don't think was he in the end zone. I think he was by. No, they were going to score.
He was in the end zone.
I think his forward progress was already. I think his forward progress was already stopped before they tackled him in the end zone. That's, I think, what the rule was.
But it was intentional.
They lost the game anyways. It doesn't really matter.
No, but the thing is that call. I mean, you're talking about the Bears now. They're 2-4 now, and the Lions were defeated. They didn't win a game. That was their first win of the season. Now you're talking about the Bears. They could have been 3-3. Yeah. And they could have been, they were turning the corner. They're building momentum. Now you're talking about the Bears are 2-4. The Lions are 1-5.
And all because of a bad
call.
And if you're the Packers, you were fine and dandy.
I know, we're fine and dandy because both those,
But it's
crazy.
Like you said, it's the helmet. Like me personally, I feel like refs call the penalties they want to call when they want to call them. Don't get me wrong. Like holding could be called on every play easily.
Yeah.
But when you miss the blatant hold calls. It's like how could
even what's a pass interference too?
It's like how could you miss
what's
that?
A pass interference? They're jockeying. I mean, they're jockeying for position all the way down the field, and you're calling pass interferences on little ticky tack.
Going back to the Detroit Chicago
also offensive pass interference too.
There's
all kinds of calls in the NFL.
Going back to that Detroit Chicago
way
game,
too subjective for me.
I think the only thing that's real definitive is a fumble.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
It's a fumble. Pretty
much.
And
sometimes that's not even.
All right, so we're gonna make our picks for Week 7. I'm gonna go through the games, and you guys make a pick. Bills and Jags. I'm going to take the Jags. It's in London.
No Tyrod Taylor, no
Sammy Watkins either, I don't think.
Yeah, he's wow. That was a bad injury last week. Yeah, I like the Jacksonville Jaguars, man. Allen Robinson and Allen
Robinson might not play either, but
they just I don't know what's
Blake Bortles is looking like a really they finally got it right.
Like I don't know what's Jacksonville like to me they still ain't got it right.
I think they got it right with Blake Bortles.
Big time.
TJ
Yeldon.
TJ Yeldon's a nice player, but I think
I don't think the scheme is right. That's what I mean.
I don't think their defensive scheme is.
I think that's what I'm getting to. I think once you see those players, him grow with those receivers, because they're all really young.
Allen Hurns, Allen Robinson,
all of those guys.
Julius Thomas is still young.
Yeah, Julius Thomas just came back too.
I'm gonna go with Jacksonville because EJ Manuel, for whatever reasons, hasn't put it together. Like EJ Manuel might have to leave Buffalo.
I agree.
And Jacksonville's played in London before.
I don't think
they have a contract with.
For 6 years.
Tampa Bay and Washington.
Tampa Bay.
Atlanta and Tennessee.
Atlanta.
No Marcus Mariota.
New Orleans. Who's their quarterback? Zach Mettenberger.
Yeah, his bomb. So.
Oh, dude, he's good.
He ain't got a knee.
All right. New Orleans and the Colts. I'm taking the Colts.
I'm taking the Colts.
So I think that game will be close and it'll be
close.
scoring.
Yeah, it'll be a high scoring Colt. Yeah,
and I think either defense is going to be able to stop either offense.
I mean, unless Indy try to pull out a fake punt again.
Let's not even talk about that. Minnesota versus Detroit. I'm going to take the Lions.
I'm going to take AP and company.
I'm gonna go with the Lions. I think they showed me enough last week that they can score a lot. They can show a lot of
Kansas
points.
City. I'm taking Pittsburgh. I think Kansas City's totally done.
Yeah, I think Kansas City. You might as well mail it in.
Yeah,
let's
go
evaluate who can be our quarterback.
They should bring a quarterback up. I don't know. Alex Smith could go on vacation for a couple weeks or a couple months.
If you're Pittsburgh, do you go with Vic or do you go with Landry Jones?
Oh, they're going with Landry Jones.
They're
going with Landry Jones. Yeah.
Vic hurt?
Vic's hurt anyways.
Cleveland Browns and the Rams. I think Todd Gurley has a massive game.
Yeah,
I think
the
Rams win easily. Houston and Miami. I'm gonna take Miami.
Take Houston.
I'm gonna go with Miami. They showed me a lot last week.
I'm gonna go with Houston.
New York Jets and the Patriots. I'm going to take...
Wait, as a matter of fact, I'm sorry for cutting you off, but Miami, we talked about Miami not having a lot of sacks. Last week they had like 8 sacks.
Yeah.
Okay. So what was it? What was you
going to say?
New York Jets.
I don't know.
Like New York Jets versus the Patriots.
New England.
I'm taking the Jets.
I'm taking New England.
I'm taking the Jets. I think that defense, Darrelle Revis is going to know Tom Brady. I think that offense is better. That Jet offense has been better than people anticipated. With Chris Ivory and Brandon Marshall, Eric Decker, and the beard.
I'm taking.
And their offensive line is good. I'm taking the Jets. I think the Jets are going to get them.
It's hard to bet on Brady, but I'm
gonna take this team just because I love saying this. Jets, Jets.
Can't wait.
New England.
Oakland and the Chargers. I'm taking the Chargers.
I'm taking the Chargers. They're throwing the ball 60, 70 times. Phillip Rivers gonna have like 600 yards.
I'm taking San Diego. Like I think
Sunday night.
San Diego's mad after last week. Yeah, they gonna come out guns a-blazing.
Sunday night, 70 passing.
And Oakland just gonna feel the wrath of Phillip Rivers.
Sunday night.
Did I really just say that?
Wow.
Who doesn't love the wrath of Phillip Rivers? Sunday night, Dallas versus the Giants. Matt Castle, quarterback of Dallas. I'm taking the Giants either way. I don't care who's quarterback.
Man, Eli Manning sucked it up last week.
He'll bounce back. They're playing against that Dallas defense is terrible.
Yeah. They said there might be a possibility Des Bryant plays.
It don't matter.
I don't like neither one of them.
Matt Castle's
I don't like neither one of them, but if I was going to go with somebody, at least they got their starting quarterback. I'll go with the Giants.
I'm going to go with the Giants simply because no one on Dallas' D can stop Odell Beckham.
Eagles and the Panthers, Monday Night Football. I'm taking the Panthers. I do not think this game will be that close. The Eagles' offense looks terrible.
TJ had 2 right predictions back to back. DeMarco Murray's been heating it up lately, and Philly's got a pretty good defense.
Philly has a very underrated defense.
Yeah, very underrated.
Their defense is good.
And since this is the last matchup, I'll take my time thinking about this.
And their defense isn't as good as Carolina's.
Their offense isn't as. Their offense is so.
But if somebody can get the memo on the Carolina Panthers, all you have to do is stop Greg Olsen, and you will stop the Panthers. Like what Seahawks, like Greg Olsen. Like how do you let them get that open? He's their only weapon.
I think everybody's seeing the evolution of Cam Newton right before our eyes. He's turning into a complete quarterback,
like throwing it yard. Like
he's making good decisions.
He's not making those bad decisions.
He's making those good decisions that's gonna win him games. It doesn't matter if he's throwing for 300 yards.
I'm taking
50 yards rushing with a touchdown. He's making good decisions.
Carolina's still undefeated, ain't they?
Yep. They're gonna win that division.
I think it'll be close. It'll come down to.
And that division sucked last year.
It's gonna come down to Carolina and Atlanta like easily.
I think Carolina. I think
Carolina to win that division.
I don't believe in the Eagles.
And to win this game.
I don't believe in that offense. I think Chip Kelly has to go back to college.
Part of me
he might go back. I heard he was probably thinking really highly considering that USC job.
He ain't going back to college.
I think he will, man.
His system doesn't.
Part of me want to say. Part of me want to say Phil.
Going back to Washington. Going back to the Washington game. Can the Skins okay, look, thank you, please. Let me get the mic. Can you please start RG3? Kirk Cousins is not the guy. Thank you.
Or if you're just gonna string RG3 along, get rid of him.
Get rid of him.
Trade him to the Bears for color.
Dude, he's just sitting there. I think Jay Gruden just personally has a personal vendetta against RG3.
I think the last 2 coaches that have been there.
Shanahan and
Gruden. He's got so much. The last time you guys went to the playoffs, who was their quarterback? RG3, not Kirk Cousins. RG3.
And you can make the argument Washington wins that game if RG3 doesn't get hurt. You can make that argument.
It's hypothetically. You
can make that argument.
It's crazy. Kirk Cousins turns the ball over too much. You might as well, if you're worried about turning the ball over too much at the quarterback position, you might as well play the quarterback with the most potential, not Kirk Cousins. Come on, be serious.
I think RG3's damage goods. He's gonna have to get traded.
Back to the Philly Carolina game. Oh my God.
How about and how about the Jets though? Ryan Fitzpatrick. I'm not talking about him trading. Then I'm saying. The Geno Smith thing. Ryan Fitzpatrick playing good enough ball. When Geno Smith comes back, do you put him?
No way.
Do you put him at starter?
Ryan Fitzpatrick
that's his job.
Is the starting quarterback for the rest of the season.
That's the job. That's his job.
Like Geno Smith was screwed from the get go when he got drafted by
the Jets. The Jets fans should thank Ike Enemkpali for knocking out Geno Smith because it saved their season.
Geno Smith is.
It saved their season. I'm sorry.
I'm gonna go with Carolina. I can't find I'm not seeing enough of.
There's so many storylines in this.
I'll take that back. I'm going with Philly.
Bold statement.
I'll take that back. I'm going with Philly.
All right. Okay. I'm going to go with Carolina. Bold statement for the week. I'm going to take. I'm going to say New Orleans and the Colts score a combined 100 points.
Ooh, 50 points?
No defense.
That's a lot. Or for 45 and 55.
They will combine for over 100 points.
That's a lot of points. That's good for my fantasy team. T.Y. Hilton, Dante Moncrief might have
You want to go? Want to make your prediction?
I don't think there'll be much defense in that game.
Oh man.
Ty Gurley might run for 200 yards.
I like the Ty Gurley one. I want to say. I'll go with this one. I'll go with Phillip Rivers throws for like the same amount of yards he did last week. 503. I think he goes for 500 again.
Even with Woods in there?
Yes. I think he goes for 500 again this week. Or close to 500. I think he does that. That could be a short bet.
I'm going to make 2.
All right.
I want to make a second one too.
Matter of fact, I might make more than 2.
Well, whichever, just stick to 2.
Nah. Atlanta, Devontae Freeman, 23 carries, 150, 3 touchdowns.
Wow, that gives him at 12 touchdowns. No. How many touchdowns is he gonna have this year? Like 20? Do you think he can break Priest Holmes' record?
No.
You don't think he can break
Thomas's record?
So Damian Thomas's record. Yeah, I forgot. 26 touchdowns.
Not gonna happen.
21.
Is it 21? I thought it was 26.
Something like that. It's not gonna happen.
Minnesota, Detroit. AP gonna get 100 yards. I don't care how much it is. He gonna get 100. That's my second one.
That's not even a prediction, dude. He should get 100 yards.
Detroit defense, like they front for us.
I like their front seven.
They front seven is nasty.
I like their front seven. Yeah.
My third and final prediction: Miami, Houston, and Ndamukong Suh. 2.5 sacks. 2.5.
And then and if I was gonna make a prediction, because you know who's leading the league in yards per game is Chris Ivory, so I would go Chris Ivory gets over 100 yards against New England. That's a bold prediction.
That's very bold.
I like it.
I like that prediction as well.
I think the Jets are gonna win that game, and I think everybody Jets involved, everyone has a big game.
Come on, man. Tom Brady gonna pull out Tom Brady magic. Let's go.
All right, we'll see. We'll see you guys next week. Take it easy. Peace.